This week's episode of The Real Housewives of Orange County delivered the perfect cocktail of humor, shade, and chaos, with Tamra Judge once again finding herself in the middle of the drama as she tries, in her own unique, not-so-subtle way, to repair her rocky relationship with longtime frenemy Shannon Beador. To prove she's serious about patching things up, Tamra organizes an overnight getaway to the Temecula wine country, inviting Shannon, Jen Pedranti, another woman she's currently on shaky terms with, and Gina Kirschenheiter, who, at least for now, is one of the few housewives Tamra doesn't have active beef with. The idea is simple: wine, laughter, relaxation, maybe a little bonding, and hopefully a fresh start. But of course, this is The Real Housewives, which means nothing stays simple for long. Tamra decides the trip wouldn't be complete without a friendship gift for Shannon, something to symbolize a new beginning. But instead of choosing flowers, jewelry, or even a heartfelt note, Tamra goes with a book titled How Not to Be a Miserable Cow. Yes, you heard that right. A passive-aggressive self-help guide wrapped in sarcasm. Tamra beams with pride at her choice, convinced it's hilarious, while her 19-year-old daughter Sophia looks on in disbelief. Sophia, often the voice of reason and comic relief, doesn't hold back, telling her mom that it's basically one long insult. She points out that it's petty, backhanded, and just so very Tamra. And honestly, she's right. But Tamra insists she can't help herself. This is who she is. And somehow she even boasts about finding the book in large print, as if that adds an extra thoughtful touch. Sophia, smirking, sums it up best. You're calling her miserable and basically blind at the same time. It's Housewives comedy gold before the trip even begins. The day of the getaway arrives, and the women gather at Tamra's home to head out together. It doesn't take long for the first hilarious moment to surface. Tamra, Jen, and Gina each show up with a single large suitcase for the one-night stay. But Shannon? She rolls up with 2 giant bags like she's preparing for a month-long European tour. Tamra stares in disbelief, reminding her that they're only gone for 24 hours. But Shannon has an explanation that only Shannon could deliver with complete seriousness. One of the suitcases is just for her pans, and she means it. Once they arrive in Temecula, she starts unloading muffin pans, platters, an immersion blender, a hand mixer, spices, even an egg white cooker. It's as if Mary Poppins decided to film a Housewives crossover and her magic carpet bag transformed into Shannon's luggage. Gina later describes it as a direct look into Shannon's brain. Chaotic, cluttered, and somehow endlessly entertaining. But Shannon doesn't stop there. On the car ride, she casually reveals another jaw-dropping detail. She's been missing a prosthetic tooth for years. She pulls down her lip to display the gap, leaving Gina absolutely stunned and Tamra giggling in disbelief. Gina, in her confessional, jokes that she has no clue how Shannon plans to date anyone when she doesn't even have all her teeth. It's one of those bizarre, unfiltered moments that makes you wonder if Shannon's living in her own sitcom while everyone else is filming Housewives. Once in wine country, Tamra has another surprise lined up. Instead of the expected limousine to take them to the vineyard, she's arranged for motorcycles with sidecars. Naturally, Shannon freaks out immediately, shouting about her nose, the wind, and even snot flying everywhere. Jen, sitting behind her, looks horrified, probably praying none of that snot comes her way. The scene plays out like a chaotic road trip comedy, with Shannon providing slapstick commentary the entire ride. At the vineyard, things momentarily settle into a lighter mood. The women sip wine, stroll among the vines, and enjoy the picturesque setting. For a brief second, it feels like maybe Tamra's plan is working. But Housewives' peace is fragile, and by the time dinner rolls around, the tension resurfaces. The meal starts off civil enough, but old wounds and half-healed grudges bubble to the surface. Tamra, visibly frustrated, tries to prove she's apologizing sincerely. At one point snapping, "I'm telling you I'm sorry. What do you want, blood?" It's dramatic, raw, and exactly the kind of cliffhanger producers love. Because just as things heat up, the episode ends, teasing that the real fallout will come next week. Meanwhile, across town in Beverly Hills, Heather Dubrow is living in her own luxury bubble and hosting what might be the most over-the-top sleepover in Housewives history. She invites Emily Simpson and Gretchen Rossi to her penthouse. And of course, Heather goes all out. Think princess canopy beds with flowing curtains, a dessert table overflowing with cookies and candy, and yes, a sleepover consultant to make sure everything is perfect. There's even a butler, dubbed the sleepover butler, who seems ready to cater to every bedtime whim. It's peak Heather, curated, polished, and a little bit absurd. Emily, however, comes prepared to shake things up. She brings a bottle of Fireball whiskey, her mission clear: to get past the polished, picture-perfect Gretchen and unleash the wild, unfiltered Gretchers hiding underneath. The trio sets off on a Rodeo Drive shopping spree, Heather flashing her infamous black card like a badge of honor. But then comes the moment everyone's been waiting for, a conveniently timed paparazzi encounter. For weeks, Heather's been accused of calling the PA piece on herself, even failing a polygraph test about it. But this time, the photographer insists it was random. Heather jumps on the chance to declare herself vindicated, proudly announcing her innocence. But Emily and Gretchen aren't convinced. Was it really a coincidence, or was the whole thing staged? Another performance in Heather's carefully constructed image. Gretchen even jokes on camera that the paparazzi could be a paid actor. And honestly, it doesn't seem far-fetched given Heather's ongoing acting classes and improv lessons at the Groundlings. Later that night, the trio heads to dinner, and Emily takes full advantage of Heather's generosity, ordering a $149 Wagyu steak without hesitation. Why not? Heather's black card is covering the bill. She explains her strategy in her confessional. The Fireball wasn't just for fun, it was her secret weapon to bring out Gretchen's wild side and cut through all the fancy surface-level energy. The plan, of course, fits right into the Housewives formula, polished luxury clashing with messy fun. And while all this chaos is unfolding in Orange County and Beverly Hills, one housewife is missing completely. Katie Janela, who was brutally called out during a lie detector test the week before, doesn't appear in the episode at all. Not only is she absent, but no one even mentions her name. It's like she's been erased from the storyline entirely, left behind as the others carry on with wine-fueled drama and Rodeo Drive adventures. So when you put it all together, Shannon packing an entire kitchen for an overnight trip, Tamra giving backhanded gifts, Heather staging luxury sleepovers with consultants and butlers, Emily and Gretchen questioning paparazzi encounters, and Katie disappearing altogether, you get an episode that perfectly captures why Housewives fans keep coming back week after week. It's messy, it's funny, it's dramatic, and it's just ridiculous enough to make you wonder if any of it could possibly be real. And yet, that's the magic of Housewives. No matter how outrageous it gets, we can't look away. From snot on sidecars to $149 steaks, the women of Orange County and Beverly Hills prove once again that when it comes to drama, no one does it better.